Hello, this is Adam Henderson. Welcome to my Scrabble YouTube channel where I analyze tournament games that I've played in the past. The, um, the one I just recorded was against Carl Johnson, and I determined it was from. Excuse me. I determined it was from Portland Labor Day, and that would be a WGPO tournament. The game I'm going to be featuring for you today was against Keith Hagel. Let me know if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. This is the first time I've featured a game I've played against him, so gotta be careful what I say because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But let's see. I do know he has some health problems, and I think, like as such, he um, anyway, he often sits by himself. So I try to be kind to him. I try to be friends with him, and he's a nice guy. I have health problems as well, so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go into a lot there. Let's see. He's very active. He continues to play in tournaments. He played a lot of tournaments last year. Continues to play a lot of tournaments this year. So looks like it's all WGPO for him, except for maybe I see some NASPA tournaments in here, some big NASPA tournaments. So he's always a pleasure to play him, and I found this game to be pretty interesting, interesting enough to feature in a video. And I kind of look over these games before I play them, and I think, oh yeah, this is one I want to feature, or no, this is one where I kind of just destroyed my opponent and it's not that interesting. Give me a second. Anyway, let's take a look at this game. This is my opening rack. I go first. Ooh, I missed Benny. I knew this word, Benny. That's a good one to start out with. If I would have, yeah, I definitely would have played this. Instead, I just played Bryn here for 12. He plays Burr for 7. And this rack, not really a whole lot of good options here. I played Mangle for 21. See if I can find that. I mean, I guess Mangle's okay. If this is a good game to have Josh Sokol review, if he'll be willing to do it. I pay him a little bit of money to review these things, but yeah, we'll see if he'll be willing to do it after the Mondaily stream. So this game isn't too exciting yet, but it gets interesting soon. He plays Wall for 24. Gotta read my own handwriting. I think that's 2 A's. Yeah, I think that's 2 A's, and I have a blank. So this is my first blank rack. So happy to see the blank. So I did have some weird bingos here. Habdallah? I don't think I've ever seen that word. The hell is that? Oh, okay. I'll write that one down. Put in my study flashcards. Pretty unlikely word, Habdallah. I mean, this would have been a 9 in the game, but it's just an 8-letter word with an S, so it's not a true 9-letter word in my mind. But yeah, Habdallah, great. And then we have this Daha Baya. Have I seen this one? So I have this thing here. Oh, all right, let me pause for a second. So I have this thing here where I have a challenge.txt that has all the words I've ever seen in my life before in it. Well, maybe not all of them, but you get the idea. And I'm going to look to see if I've ever seen this Haba Daha Baya. Yeah, so I have seen this word, but it's a weird one. What does that mean? You can spell it in different ways. Daha Bia, Daha Baya, Daha Baya. I'm just seeing how new it is. It doesn't look like it's new. A large passenger boat. So yeah, that's a pretty low. Those 3A bingos are always difficult to find for me. I mean, I guess those are one of those things that you could study in a list of like 3A bingos. I haven't made a list of those yet, but it might be useful. So I missed Daha Baya. It's the only other bingo I had. And I played Da 425. So it looks like that's the best play if I don't see my bingos, which were hard to find. And here is where things get a little crazy, because he has a blank of his own. Actually, he doesn't have a blank, but he tries this word. Actually, probably. Yeah, I think I know where he plays it. He tries this word of liquor for 78, and I hold the play. And one of the things you kind of don't want to do is get too friendly during a tournament with your opponent. It's kind of counter logical. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Counter something. Counterintuitive. It's kind of counterintuitive, but I don't recommend getting too friendly with, at least not during the game. You can like get friendly after hours and play some games. That's always fun to do. I recommend playing games after hours. Scrabble. Some people think that's silly. Why are you playing more Scrabble games? Well, you don't really get to hang out during the game. It's not really a friendly thing to be playing games, Scrabble with another high-rated player. You can do that after the tournament and enjoy each other's company and have fun. So that's why I think that the after-hour games of Scrabble are useful, not so much for practice, but just for social. But anyway, I made a mistake here, and I got a little too friendly, and I said hold, and then I said, because he didn't take his tiles right away, and sometimes when I hold and I see that my opponent's not taking their tiles right away, and I know I'm going to be holding for a while, I might do this. I'll say, hey, you might want to take your courtesy tiles because I'm going to be holding for a while. That actually might be giving your opponent too much information. And that's what I said here. And then the problem with these kind of phonies is that I often I spend too much time thinking about them, and then I let them go, like I did here. Where sometimes I should just follow my gut instincts and just challenge right away. Um, in this instance, it was hard to challenge because I knew I had a bingo coming back. I had habanero for 66, and it plays for fucking what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna get demonetized. Well, actually, I don't get monetized anyway, so no one hardly watches these. But I should probably watch my language. Wow, I did not see this. But I did see habanero here, so that was what made challenging difficult. So I can't really fault myself. There is a word liquored. I already typed it up here. There's a word liquor, so you can use liquor as a verb, but you can't be a liquorer. I guess part of what I do when I try to decide whether to challenge or not, and I try to think of whether I can like use it in a sentence, like what would a liquorer be? Well, someone who serves liquor. So that was my thinking. But one mistake I made when considering whether to challenge this or not was I think Keith is one of those players that is really tricky and sometimes plays really tricky phonies like this. And then after the game, he'll just laugh at you. I believe that's what happened here. So yeah, big miss on my part. I had habanero coming back. It was just really hard. It was very difficult to challenge it, and I was not thinking at all of this spot here. Wow, that would have been a very difficult find. Maybe I would have found it though if I had challenged liquor, because I think if I challenge this off, yeah, I still have this spot, but it's the only spot I can bingo. I did see habanero, so maybe I would have seen it, but it's hard to say. But that's not what happened in this game. This is what happened. Tried to move tile 17 from a bag that was not there. I don't like these type of errors. What is that? Okay, well, I gotta fix this. Okay, some sort of Woogles bug. I figured out a way around it. The game continues. So he plays Wham. I have this really awkward rack. Went with Cooled, which looks like it's a reasonable play. I also had Cooed here for one more point. I guess this is the better play. Take the one more point. He plays Ape for 20. Maybe he plays it there, but maybe not. Probably plays it there instead. That's a much more human play. Of this rack, there's no bingo. I played Dot for 26. He plays Figure for 18. So he has Figure for... Okay, so he probably doesn't have an R here. Take the R off. Plays Figure for 18. And still no bingo. I just played Fruit here, which looked like it was the best play. So I'm not really making many mistakes here in this game. You can see the only real mistake was not challenging Liquorer. So a lot of times that's what these games come down to, is not challenging a phony, and that's how you lose games. He plays Fop for 28. And here I wrote down to zit zit, which is a weird word. I'm getting close to that. Um, yeah, I'm not that close to zit zit, so I can go fishing for it though. But yeah, I don't. Ooh, I have some interesting options with the blank. Hertz, Spitzes. Yeah, I don't see why I don't just play Spitzes if I see it, because that scores 63. How's it score 63 though? I guess because of, yeah, that's just, I don't understand why this isn't the top move. That scores a lot. Hertz, I can understand not playing that because it gives too much back, but Spitzes really doesn't give anything back. So and it scores a lot more than Hertz. So yeah, I think Spitzes is the play here. But I didn't find Spitzes. I went with Wiz for 30. Where does Wiz play for 30? Okay. So Wiz plays for 30 here. I can see that. I don't think that's a bad play. We'll see what Josh thinks if he ever gets to. I'm not sure if that's Senates or if that's Sonates. Can't tell. I think that's an E. I think that's Senates. So he plays Senates for 67. So I guess he plays that there. So I have Sextet for 74. Actually, I scored it as 74, but it was only 71. Interesting. So I misscored it there. But then something. I'm not doing bad here. I'm up by 25 points, but then this happens. This kind of just shows you how strong of a player he is. He plays Stricken for 69. And why on earth he played it there and not here, I couldn't tell you. What? How does that make any sense? Why would he not play it there? I'm confused. Anyway, it says he plays it for 69, so we'll, for the sake of the show must go on, we'll say he plays it there. It's possible I screwed this up somehow. Join gets played for 42. So I played this here for 42. I had some better plays. Jato. How come I wouldn't just play Jato for 57? This makes no sense. I wonder if Senates is played somewhere else. But I don't know where else it would be played. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this doesn't seem right. I also have joints, which is much better. I only saw join. He plays Jivey, so I'm just being trounced here. 51. And I played Davey for 39. And he plays, I didn't write down my rack there. He plays Goatee for 9. I gotta figure out where this plays. Oh. TINL. So Goatee comes down for 9. And then I played Linty for 9. And after all said is done, the score was 407 to 398. Looks like I gave myself an extra 3 points for sextet. So close game, close loss. I don't know what the moral of the story here is, what the lesson to be learned is. Maybe you know after watching this game, other than I should have challenged Liquor, I should have been more confident in myself. I did agonize over that play for quite a while, and I think it agonizing too long on a play like that can also hurt you with your considerations for further moves, because you have less time to consider further moves. So I don't really know what the moral of the story is here. Maybe Josh Sokol will know if he gets a chance to take a look at this one. But yeah, thanks for watching, and leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next game. Take care.